Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and I am here with no makeup on so that I can show you the makeup protocol or whatever that I do. This was a request from Heather, who won my 100 subscriber giveaway, so thank you very much, Heather. It really is the small things that make your day, and if there's something that I can do that will help boost your confidence or something that I can show you that might help you, it would just make my day. I know that having Heather tell me that she thought that I looked put together really made my day, because I don't usually wear a lot of makeup. I've worn more recently, not because of YouTube, but, well, not because of doing videos on YouTube, but because of watching YouTube. There have been some really, really good tutors on, I said that funny, really good tutorials, that's the word I was trying to find, on YouTube, and one of the people that I really love is Bunny. She can be found at Graveyard Girl, and I think the E in grave is spelled with a backwards 3. But if you've been on YouTube for a while or watch any of the makeup beauty tips, you probably have seen her, and she is really good and really funny. And boy, she can, like, she'll wear no makeup on one video and just look like a normal person, which that kind of sounds funny, and then she'll put makeup on and she's just, whoo, she looks like a different person. She's extremely gorgeous. Not that she's not pretty without. She has these stunning blue eyes that are just amazing. But anyway, she transforms. So it was kind of cool to watch her, because I want to do what she's doing and I'm nowhere near that. So I don't think that I'm a pro. If you learn something, that's great. I'm sure that there are things that I do wrong. I'm just going to go through like my normal routine, a little bit made up more than I normally might be, just so I can show you guys some of the techniques. And I'll tell you some of my favorite things too. So I guess let's get started. I have a little bit of chapstick on because my husband and I did go to breakfast this morning. So I'm just going to get a Q-tip, and I'm not a Q-tip, a cotton ball, and I'm going to use my makeup remover, which is the Clinique brand. I think I got this as a sample. It's Take the Day Off by Clinique. I really love this. I honestly don't know if I've even used anything else. I've used about, I don't know, with the bubbles it's to here, without the bubbles it's to there. This is probably a sample size. I'm gonna guess it's about 3 or 4 ounces. It doesn't really say unless I just can't read it without my glasses on. So I don't know. I mean, it lasts a long time. I just literally just dip it a little bit, and I'm gonna squeeze off a little extra because I really don't have very much on at all. The only thing I have on is chapstick, and I'm just gonna take that off. And I'm gonna look at my eyes just to make sure that all of my night makeup came off when I took it off last night. So I'm just gonna run through it one more time just to ensure that I start with a fresh, clean face. So that's done. And then I'm a Clinique girl. I've used Clinique since I was 19, so for a couple years anyway. I'm going to use this clarifying lotion. I use the number 2. I've used this for years and years. And I literally just put it on a cotton ball and I just rub my face with it. It's kind of funny getting ready in front of somebody. Even though you're not there, you feel like you're there. It makes me a little bit nervous for some reason. So, I can hear the birds tweeting outside. That's a nice sign of spring. So I like to just rub this on there. It just feels really good too. It's like a astringent. And then I use the Clinique Dramatically Different lotion. They have a gel too, but I've always used the lotion. I tried the gel, I just didn't like it. It felt kind of sticky. And I just do one pump like this, and I rub that little thing so I won't get any clogs. And then I just put it 5 dots on my face, and I use my hand to rub it in. And you will find that I use my hand probably more than most people do. I don't know. I just got brushes. If you guys have seen my videos of my e.l.f. haul, I got brushes with that I had never seen or used before. I am using more brushes, and I also did a DIY brush makeup holder. So hopefully you guys have seen that too, but here it is. I made this, yay, with dollar store stuff, so it was kind of cool. But so I will use those brushes, but well, not all of those brushes, but some of those brushes. I'll just show you what I do. So once I have the lotion on my face, I'm gonna lower you guys down just a little bit, I think, so that I can scrunch on my, there, hopefully you guys can see me okay. It's kind of a weird angle to do it. Oh, and my cat is opening the door. My husband is actually taking a nap, so I might close the door so that I don't bug him. So stand by. Okay, so I just closed the door so that the noise of me talking wouldn't interrupt his nap. So let's see. We just got home from breakfast and he needed a nap already. Now, I use foundation, and I have a couple. I have a Clinique one that is Clinique Even Better Makeup SPF 15. It is Evens and Corrects. And then I have this CoverGirl, I think it is. Yes, it's CoverGirl Clean Normal Skin, and it's in number 120, which is Creamy Natural. And I am not very olive skinned. I'm not real white either, but I don't know, I do have some Indian heritage, but I can get tan, but I'm not normally on an everyday. I wouldn't consider myself tan. I wouldn't say I was pale either, but I'm kind of neutral. So I'm going to use this one just because I've been using this one lately and I really like it. This one is nice. It comes with a little spout like that. So I don't know if it's like for all over foundation or if it's just for correction. I'm really not sure. I'm sure I just bought it because they told me to, and so I did. I'm going to shake this up. I don't know if you need to do that. I just remember that's what I used to do. And this just has an open end like this, and I just literally put it on my finger, and this is where people probably use a brush, and I do it twice. But I don't use a brush. I just use my hand and rub it all in. I had something black on my face. So I wonder what this looks like to you guys. This is so funny to me. It's a little bit uncomfortable. But as they say, you gotta step out of your comfort zone because that's where the magic happens. So here we go. I'm just really flattered that anybody even liked how I did my makeup. I thought that was kind of cool and something that I would never have considered doing. So once I have a pretty good foundation base on, I kind of look at it and see if I need to add another coat, because sometimes it just feels like it's a little thin. Not that you can feel it, just I don't know, just from the way that I mean, when it goes on really smooth and it doesn't feel like I have anything on. But I think I am going to do one more coat because I can still see some gnarlies on my face. I still get acne sometimes, but this isn't really acne. It's, I don't know, maybe it is. It's, I don't know. It's like little bumps on my face that, I mean, they aren't red and I don't really think you can pop them. But, and I might even have a couple spots. I know I have spots like scars, but I don't really cover those up too much. I don't really care. They don't bug me. I think this big one is from chicken pox, and I was a kid. So, there, that's good. And I know that you're not supposed to use foundation as a base on your lips, that there's like some primer stuff you're supposed to use on your lips. I really don't care. Sometimes I use it anyway. I don't like try to get my lips necessarily out of the way. I don't really necessarily usually put them in the way either. So if I get some on there, I do. If I don't, I don't. So that's it for my foundation. And then I've been keeping all of my makeup in this bag. Oh, and I also wanted to show you these makeup removers that I got at the dollar store. They are just makeup remover wipes, and there was 40 of them in this bag for $1, and they work pretty well, so I just wanted to share that with you. And I keep all of my makeup in this Clinique bag that I got as a gift with purchase, and I just take all of the stuff out that I think I'm going to use, which is just an assortment of junk. And I'm going to use most of it this time just so I can show you guys what I do and how I do it and some of the things that I like to use, so you guys will know. And I really appreciate you guys requesting this video. And Heather, I hope that it is satisfying. If you need something else, or if you see something that you, or if you were interested in something else and I didn't hit the spot, let me know. So I have these that were also gifts with purchase. Clinique All About Eyes and Clinique Repair Wear Uplifting, and these are both for your eyes, and they're just little creams. I sometimes put one, sometimes put both, sometimes put neither, but what I do is I just take it and I just put it around where I am starting to get crow's feet, and I have a little bit of, like, you guys can see that, it looks like in the camera screen pretty well, these little wrinkly things, which I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm way too young for wrinkles. I'm sure I'm not, but time flies so fast. So I'm going to put both of them on just because, like I said, I'm going to do a little more than I normally would, and I'm just putting them both on. It's probably wrong. I don't even know if I'm putting it in the right spot for these, like how that's intended, but oh well, it's what I do. So and just, I mean, really with makeup, I think it's do whatever makes you feel pretty. Gives you a little bit of confidence, makes you feel good. I mean, really, it doesn't matter. It's makeup. And if you don't like it, you can take it off and try something different. Or you can wear it one day and then try something else the next day. It's okay. So then I use this, and this was recommended by one of the YouTubers. It is made by Maybelline. It's Age Rewind, and it's just in a little tube with a little, and this was hard to get off the very first time, with a little, I don't even know, sponge thing. And I've seen somebody say that they take the sponge off. I really don't know why, but they did. So, I mean, and then you just kind of twist it, and you're supposed to see product, but I think I've twisted it a bunch, so I'm just going to assume that the product is there. And I keep looking at the screen instead of the little dot, so I apologize for that too. So here we go. I put this only because of YouTube. I used to just do this. I used to do that under both eye and think that that was just fine, and it probably is. But then I saw YouTubers that go all the way down their side of their nose and then go up in a triangle, and they fill all of that in. So it's like from the corner of their eye to the corner of their other, like, so both corners of the eye all the way down to make a triangle with your nose and go straight up. So that's what I've been doing in the last, I don't know, couple weeks. So I'm just going to do that again to this eye. And for this, for some reason, I guess because it's a sponge, I just kind of dab. I sometimes will rub, but most of the time I dab. And I remember when I was younger and putting on makeup, I remember my grandma always tell me that you never want to go down with your skin, you always want to go up. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I learned. So, and then when I'm finished with it, I just put it back in my little bag. And I think next I'm going to use this Clinique powder. It is Stay Beige. I have used this for a long time too. The color is Stay Beige, and it looks like it's a medium fair to medium choice. At least that's what it says. It says MFM, so I'm assuming that means medium fair. Could mean something else, but let's hope not. And I do like this a lot. As you can see, I have hit bottom. I think they call that panning, so I panned this. And I will buy more. So this is probably one of my favorites. I've used this though for years. And one of the things about Clinique makeup is that it lasts forever. I've literally had this for probably a year or close to a year. And I don't use it every day, but I do use it. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of expensive, but I feel like I get my money's worth because it lasts for so long. And I just kind of put this on everywhere. And I just go right over where I had that concealer stuff. and I go over my eyelids. I go everywhere, which, you know, again, I don't know if I'm doing that right. And I get my neck a little bit. And then once I feel like I've gotten that everywhere, and that I've gotten like the big traces of that other concealer off, where it's not like looking like I have a ton of makeup under my eyes or anything, I consider that good, and I close that up. And now I got this stuff from Julep in, I think it was my very first Julep haul. Might have been my second, but I know I have a video of it, and it's called Glow. It's highlighting powder, and I'm not exactly sure how, and it's in the color of champagne. I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to use it, but I kind of take a brush and just use it everywhere, and it looks like this. It's just a glow. It kind of, when you put it on your skin, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it kind of, I don't want to say it makes it glitter, because that's not the right word, but it kind of makes it iridescent or something. I don't know. I think it's pretty. So I do use my biggest e.l.f. brush for this, and I literally just do this. And I know I've seen some people blow it. I would do that just for you now because I know that I've seen people do that, but that's not what I normally do, so I'm not going to do that. I just start putting it on. And I put it kind of everywhere too. Go down on my neck and get my nose and my forehead, and that's about it. I don't know if you can see any difference, and I really don't know how much difference it makes, but when I look in the mirror I can see a little bit of a difference, and I kind of think it looks pretty, so that's where I go with that. Yay, my brush holder. It's very cute and functional. Okay, so now, let's see, what do I do? I'm going to use some bronzer, and this bronzer is number 420, Naughty or Spice by Revlon, and it's Golden Affair. I do not know if this is available anymore. I know that I have had this for ages. Probably so long most of you would be embarrassed and tell me to throw it away. I don't know how long I've had it. I've had it for that long. And I clearly don't use it a ton, but I have been using it for the last probably 2 or 3 weeks, and it hasn't really made an indentation. I don't know if maybe I'm doing it wrong or if it's just so packed in there that it doesn't move. I don't know, but it's kind of cool. I wasn't really sure how to use bronzer, so you can see the color, it's kind of shimmery. I wasn't really sure how to use bronzer, but this is what the Graveyard Girl does, so this is what I'm gonna do. And I just take my little bronzer brush, and it says bronzer brush on it. That's the only reason I knew it was that. And I just kind of get a little bit on here. Again, she blows, I don't. That sounded a little wrong, but anyway, here we go. I'm embarrassing myself. So then I just put some right here, moving along, and I put some right here, like underneath my cheekbone, kind of highlighting under my cheekbone. And then I put a little bit on my nose and a little bit on my forehead. Oops. And I actually take it, I'm moving my mirror. I take it and I put it kind of in my hairline. With dark hair you can get away with that. And I put a little bit on my chin. Actually, it looks like I have more on than it looks like in my mirror when I look on the screen. Huh, that's interesting. Because on the screen it doesn't quite look so in your face. But okay, so I'm just gonna go with it. And then, so that's that. And now I'm going to use some blush. And my blush is Cream Blush, and it is also by Clinique, who's surprised. And this is in the, gosh, I don't even know if I can read this. Looks like it says Rosy Blush 03, and it says Blushwear Cream Stick, I think. So this is a cream stick kind of a blush. Oh, and see my fingernail? I did that. I kind of did a half flower on it. Kind of silly, but kind of fun. And I like to accent my ring finger for some reason, and I didn't do anything on this one because that would mean I'd have to paint it with my left hand, and I'm just not good at painting with my left hand, so I thought that I would leave it just with my right hand, or on my left hand right now, and I'll see about maybe doing this one later. But okay, here's the cream blush. It looks kind of like a big thick lipstick, and it rolls up just like a lipstick, and I just undo it a little bit, and then I wipe it on my cheekbone, and I start at the back and I go to the front, and as I'm going forward I kind of let up so that I get less up here than I did back there, and then I think I'm just ready to go. I mean, that looks great, right? Ready? Just kidding. I take this and I rub it like kind of back toward my hairline, because as Grandma said, you're only supposed to rub up. And then I honestly get a little lazy and just kind of do this. I'm just trying to blend it all in. And I take my hand and I rub it on the rest of my face as I get done. So, and I usually just use one hand for this. I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't want to get both my hands dirty. But again, it's just makeup. I mean, I could get it off, but I don't know. We all have our quirks. So there's that. Beautiful, huh? Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put on my lipstick. This is also a tried and true. This is CoverGirl Outlast Double Lip Shine, and this is in number 250, Spring Wine. These come in lip glosses and in lipsticks that are still kind of glossy, and I know that some people don't like gloss, like Bunny from Graveyard Girl, who I keep referring to. She does not like gloss. I happen to like the gloss. I don't mind it at all. And lipstick has kind of been my thing. Even when I don't wear very much other makeup, I usually always have lipstick on. I don't know why, but my lips literally feel dry without lipstick on, just probably because I've worn it for years, and I have worn this brand for years. And this will stay on from morning till night. It will last, I mean, it says Outlast, and it lasts through eating, through kissing, through, I don't know, probably even swimming. I don't know. If I'm going swimming, I don't usually put lipstick on, but I'm just saying that these suckers last. And all that I do is I unscrew the lipstick part, and it sometimes is a little bit, there's sometimes a lot of stuff on there. I don't know if you can see that. This time it's all right, and then I just, you know, put it on my lips. So there you go. The key to this is to let it dry before you put on the glossy part, and then it stays on forever. If I were to put the glossy part on now, it would not stay on. Or if I would put on a different lipstick now, just like as an accent color or something, it would not stay on. Or if I started with dirty lips, like if I had lipstick on already and then I thought I'd cover it up with this, it won't stay on. So the key for this makeup is you have to put it on by itself. Now, if I wanted to put a little bit of eyeshadow or something on here, and I'll show you that. I know that's probably weird to even hear because I just kind of think I made that up, but I'll show you. I might do that and show you what I'm talking about. That seems to work okay because it just seems to work through it. But usually I just wear this alone, and I have a couple colors, but this is usually my go-to color, and I think it kind of matches everything, and I just kind of like this color. So I just put this on, and I do it early so that it will dry, and it gets kind of sticky. I don't know if you can see my lips, how they kind of stick together. Oh, and it has some on it too. That's a good look. So it just kind of sticks together, and you know that that means that it's drying. So that's fine. I could probably put on the clear now and be fine, but I'm not going to yet. I'm going to show you some eyeshadow trick that I do with my lips. And then like right now it looks very matte. And after you put the lotion on, I call it lotion, after you put the gloss on, and you, like, let's say you eat after you put the gloss on, the glossiness will come off, but it'll still have a shine to it. It's not really matte even with the gloss off, even though it kind of looks like it might be now. It won't stay that way. Okay, so now I'm going to do my eyes, which I think is the most fun part. I think I'm going to put this just because I said that I was going to use just about everything. So I have this Maybelline cover stick, which I have had for years as well. And this is the color light beige. And I just put this under my eyes, kind of to give a highlight. And then I also have circles under my eyes sometimes. Like, it gets dark under there. I don't know. I guess because I'm old and I just don't like it. So I try to just cover it up with something. And this is usually what I do. So I just put some under here and I leave that on while I'm doing my makeup, my eye makeup, and it usually kind of soaks in so you can't see it. And then if not, I will take my hand and I'll, you know, like dab around it. But let's get started on the eyeshadow. I use this e.l.f. glitter primer. I bought this from e.l.f. I went online and I did my e.l.f. haul. But I think that it was no more than $3. It may have been $1, I don't remember. And I think that you can also get it at Target, but I like it. It's it says it's for glitter eyeshadow, and then they have another one that's for non-glitter. I have that here. It's the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer, and this works too. This is in a little, and this works well. I just use that when I use like matte colored eyeshadow, and then when I'm using glittery eyeshadow, I use this one. And I also have a Smashbox one that I got as a free sample from Sephora, which is nice too. I like that one as well, but I don't really have a preference. So if I don't find something that I like better than the cheaper brand, then I will just stick with the cheaper one. If I really like it better, I will go with the higher priced brand. So I just put this on my eyelids, and you can kind of feel it getting a little bit tacky, which I think is what it's supposed to do, so it does its job well. And I don't use much, I just use a little bit on each eye. I'm getting a hair in the way. And I don't know if you guys can see anything because it doesn't really change much of the color, but that's what it looks like. And then I still have that makeup underneath my eyes, but it's going away a little bit, if you can tell that. I can tell in the mirror, but I don't know if you guys can tell on the screen. And then I'm going to use my eyeshadow. Now, I have been purchasing eyeshadow from Etsy. I kind of like the mineral eyeshadow, like the Bare Minerals. I started out, it's been years ago, with this Bare Minerals Topaz kit, and I still keep it in the box because I'm so protective of my makeup and stuff. I don't know why I'm kind of goofy like that. I actually have some nice brushes in here too that I could use. Let me just show you the packaging. And I have other makeup in here, if you can see, that I have purchased through Etsy. So like these are Etsy's. These are Bare Mineral, the ID kind. Here is some Prime Time. I think this is Urban Decay or something. No, maybe this is Bare Minerals too. I don't know, but it's the same kind of a primer stuff. And then I have colors that I purchased on Etsy some time ago. But this is like all my browns and a few blacks from what I purchased on Etsy. But usually I use this when I'm wearing browns, which is less frequently than when I do my darker blackish colors, which I never ever thought that I would have worn black colors. But that's what I wear. I also have these, just so you can see them. I got this at our pharmacy. It's called Honeybee Gardens, and it is in Rock the Smoky Eyes. And I thought these were really pretty colors. Hopefully you can see those. And so I wear that sometimes also. And then I have this one from Sephora, which has different colors too. This is Moonshadow Baked Palette, and here are the pretty colors in this. Hopefully you can see those. And I have used every one of those colors. I know that some of those on the top look the same to you. Maybe I'll move it a little bit. I have used all of those colors, and I like it. It goes on very well. But my favorite is my Etsy stores. And I have 3 Etsy stores that I just recently purchased makeup from. I did not spend more than $15 on any 3 of these stores, and sometimes I even only spent 10. And I bought quite a few. So, and this one is from ILI, which is Inspiring Love Inside, but you can find it on Etsy under that name. And what I did is I put some of this primer on the board, and then I colored with the color and the board with one of my eye makeup things. So I have all of these different colors. I'm trying to see if I can read it through here. I can't. Oh, this is Inspiring World, New York City, Niagara. This one is Midnight Garden, Twilight Zone. This one, oh, I think has a really kind of weird name, Blitzkrieg or something. And this one is Bellatrix. So they're all like really, really pretty. I know I did awesome reviews for her because she was great. This makeup is, I think all of them are pretty sparkly. Yes, all of this brand was very sparkly and very glittery. I don't know if you can see that, but I really kind of like that. Oh, I think that it is picking up some of the glitter and shine. And if you look up these colors online, I think you'll see some good reviews of the colors and how it goes on. Usually this is like just one swipe with my thing, and then I would take it and swipe one more time just to make sure that it would stay. It wasn't like I didn't like try really hard to get all of this on. It just really went on very easily. So I'm trying to say that this is very pigmented nicely and that it also goes on very nicely. I don't really have any complaints with this brand at all. I really liked her. Her customer service was great. She was super fast and it was wonderful. And then here's another one. This one is Wonderland Beauty Cosmetics, also on Etsy. And hers are also very sparkly. Yeah, I think all of these are glittery too. I kind of like glittery, don't I? So there's Like a Diamond and Mermaid Tears and Mermaid, Beautiful Darkness, Madness, and Morpheus. All of those are very, very pretty. Now the black one, the Madness one, wow. That one does go on very black, very dark. So you have to use that very sparingly. I just use it like a little tip on the corner of my eye and try to blend it. I'm not really good at this, guys. You guys will see when I do it. I'm not going to say I'm any sort of expert at all because it all kind of turns out almost looking the same almost every day, at least to me. So I don't know if anybody else catches anything different, but I like to use, when I'm using this one, I like to use this Like a Diamond as like a highlighter up here, and then I also like to use it like in the corner and I brush it in. I don't know if I'm using it right or wrong, but I really like it. I also like to use this Morpheus because it's kind of a gray color. I think it's just really, really pretty. I like how it sparkles. And I've also used the Mermaid and Mermaid Tears as kind of a highlight too. It's just very pretty. Those are really pretty colors, and the names are very appropriate because it does remind me of a mermaid, and Mermaid Tears if you were to picture those. And I like that Beautiful Darkness as well. So usually if I'm using this, I usually combine them. You'll see what I do, so you'll see. And then I just got these yesterday, was the first time I even wore them. This is from a brand called Notoriously Morbid, and it is on Etsy as well. The name kind of creeps me out a little, but I liked the makeup. Now hers aren't as glittery, and I do think hers were a little bit harder to put on, and this is the one I started with because I got it yesterday and I thought I need a way of keeping track of all of these, so that's when I came up with this idea. But I will say I did not put down primer on these bottom ones, and then I did put it on the top one, so you can kind of see a difference of the primer and the non-primer. So I hate to say this is a full review of her stuff. I think her stuff is beautiful, and I think that you would like it. It's just, it seemed like her stuff was a little bit harder to put on. It was still pigmented, but it kind of crumbled a little bit. I mean, it's mineral eyeshadow, so it's powdery anyway, but it seemed like hers was a little more powdery, like it didn't stick as well. And again, when I put it on my eyes, I thought it was okay. On this, when I was putting it on this, it was a little bit weird. But again, that could have been because I didn't have the primer down on all of them. But let's go through her colors. Her colors are 25 Years. This one is Wayward Sun. This one is Autumn something, Autumn Flower, and Black Cat. And then down here we have Symphony for the Devil, or Sympathy for the Devil, Visions, Amatraz, and Lost in LA. Now the Visions one is totally not my color really, but it's pretty, and maybe if I was doing a neutral nude look, that would be good. I have not tried that one yet. It was actually a free sample. She gave that one to me, and that was very nice. So when you're ordering from Etsy, you can either order like a full bottle of them, or some of them come in just a little baggie with the name of it on it, and like this one is the Black Cat, and it's just in this little baggie. And I know with, let's see, with ILI and Notoriously Morbid, the first and the last ones that I showed you, you could also get them in little jars, which I thought were cute. And I know that they are still very inexpensive in the jars. Looks like the Notoriously, I don't know, it looks like this one's just a little bit bigger of a jar than the ILIs, but they're I mean, I don't know, I really like the jar. I think that that's really cute. They're plastic jars, the lids fit nicely. I think it's just kind of a nice treat, and it makes you feel like you got something, you know, really expensive. At least that's the way it makes me feel. So I really like that. So I'm going to pick out some colors to wear. I know that the Wonderland Beauty Cosmetics, all of hers came in a bag, but I think it's just because I ordered the sample size. You can order a larger size and then they won't come in the bag, but it's hard for me to order a large size when I don't know which ones I'm gonna like, and also because I don't wear a ton, I don't want to have all of this makeup sitting around. But I really do like this, like a diamond. I think that's a really pretty color, so I'm gonna use that. And then let me just look at these little things. I'm gonna use Like a Diamond from the Wonderland Beauty. I'm going to use, I think I'll use the Blitzkrieg from ILI. I'm going to use one from each so that we can see them. So let's see, I'm going to use the Blitzkrieg from ILI, so I'm just trying to find that. My cat is trying to get out. So here's the Blitzkrieg from ILI, so I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use that Like a Diamond, and from the other one, I think I'm going to use, gosh, some of these are very close in colors, like the Lost in LA and the Amatraz are very close. So I'm going to use one of those, whichever one I see first. So there's Sympathy for the Devil, Visions, Lost in LA. So I said that one, so I'm going to use that one. And the rest of these I'm just putting back. Okay. And what I like to do, oops, I have two of these out. Why do I have two of these out? I have Amatraz. Oh goodness, I have Amatraz and Lost in LA out. Well, which one do I want to use? The Amatraz, Lost in LA. I don't know. I'm just going to put one of them away, and I'm going to use the other one. So let's see, which one did I put away? Okay, I'm using the Lost in LA, the Blitzkrieg, and the Like a Diamond. So first, let me show you what I do with my lips. I take the little lip brush from e.l.f. It's just a little lip defining brush, and I put it in the bag, and I shake it off, and I just have some on my thing, and then I take it and I put it on my lips, to me this gives it a little more depth. It's really kind of pretty too when you do it with dark but this time I just wanted some extra shine. So I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. It's just kind of on my lips, and I just do that to get it on both sides. And it's just very little. It's just a little bit of glitter. And then, so that's all I need my lip brush for. And I usually try to take my cotton ball that had my makeup remover on it, and I just rub my brush on the cotton ball just to make sure that I get whatever makeup on it off. And I'm sure that there's a better way to clean your brushes, and I will learn how to do that, I'm sure. I just haven't really had to do that yet. I'm going to do it once a month though. I think that's what's recommended. So now my lips are pretty much done, but they're very, like, I can feel them, like, I don't know, they're very sticky. So I'm going to go ahead and finish them just so that I can finish the rest of the video without them being sticky and you guys can see what it looks like. So I'm just taking the gloss end there. So there's my lips. All done. So now back to the eyeshadow. I'm going to start with the middle color, which, let's see, the Lost in LA or the Blitzkrieg. I think the Blitzkrieg, I don't know if I'm saying that right, is the medium color. Like, I do 3 different shades. I do light, medium, and dark. So the medium color I put on first. Again, guys, I almost feel funny telling you guys what I do because I'm not sure if it's right, but it is what I do. And then I take my defining eye brush from e.l.f. and I actually have 2 of these because I got one at a dollar store haul that you guys probably saw, but I just stick it in here and I get some on my brush, and then I dab it so that I don't have so much on, and it kind of looks like this. And then I just apply it to my lid, and right now I'm just doing it in the middle of my actual lid, and then I kind of go up. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. So that's what I have so far. And I can see that the circles underneath my eyes isn't really going away so much, so I'm just going to help that out so I won't look like a total clown while I'm doing this. I know that some people say that it's good to leave a little bit of light underneath your eye, like a lighter color. It like helps highlight your eyes. I don't know if that's true or not. I just do what I think looks alright and call it a day. So yeah, I think that that's alright. I'm not going to put this away yet because I might have to add a little bit more. Depends on how crazy I go with the darker color, which is what I do next. And I don't really clean my brush with the stuff between these colors. I just use the same brush and I just dab it into the darker color. And I do the same thing where I kind of just, and this one I just kind of dab here I'll just do it again. You just kind of dab the tip of it on. I don't go as crazy with this color because it's usually a darker color. And then I start at the back of my eye and I move forward. And then I move upward. And really those colors aren't too much different. And I'll do the same thing with the other side. And I'm going to put a little bit more on, and I'm going to do my crease. And I try to get a tight line on my eyelashes, but that doesn't always work, but I try to do that. So this is what we have so far. I still need to do my crease on this side. And I just look at it and think, damn, no wonder bitches be hating. I'm teasing. But it is fun. I like to put on eye makeup. That's my favorite part. So I think that that looks decent. I think I would be okay going out in public. So I'm going to put this lid on if I can get it on there. And I got some on my fingernail. That's weird. Okay, and then I take the makeup brush again and or the makeup sponge again, and I just kind of wipe it so that I get the makeup off of it. Now I'm going to use a different brush because I'm oh so fancy like that. And this one has already scraped off. I don't know if I can even read what it says. Wah. Gosh, it does suck getting old and having to use glasses for stuff. Eyeshadow. Something. I have no idea. Well, it looks like this. Here, I'll put it on my face so you can see. It's like curved at the top and it's kind of flat, as opposed to the other one that I was using that was angled. So I used my angled one already, and I don't know if I'm using them right. Again, guys, just try it and see what works for you. And then I didn't like this one on all of it because it seemed like sometimes I would pick up too much makeup with this one. So I don't mind this one for the highlighting, and then I also use this for blending. So you'll see what I do. I'm going to use the Like a Diamond eyeshadow, and I just stick this in there, and I try to get off most of the loose stuff, and I think I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. So I take this and I brush it on this way, and then I go all the way to the top and I brush this way. So I'm going to brush this way and then go all the way to the top and brush this way, like underneath my eyebrow to kind of highlight it. So right here is what we have so far. I'm closing up the bag and I'm putting the bag away. And then I just kind of look at it and I play with it. I just kind of blend it. And sometimes I add more color if I feel like I need more color. This is kind of a light kind of a day. If I were wanting to put on more, I would. That doesn't make any sense. If I wanted to put more on, I'd put more on. Well, duh. If I wanted to, like a darker look, I would put more on, which also is kind of obvious. But I guess what I'm trying to say is lots of times I wear black, and I wear black and white or black and gray. Actually, black and gray probably more than black and white. And this is fine for one of those days. If I was wearing all black, I would probably wear a little bit more of the dark, and I would put it a little bit more out here, and I would probably highlight it a little bit more. And you guys have probably seen that in some of my videos. But I think that this is looking all right. So let me look at it one more time. Yeah, I think I'm good. So I'm going to clean off this brush as well. La 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 la. And put that in my really cool brush holder. Did I tell you I made this? Look at this. How cute is it? So cute. So cute. So now, I didn't know that, well, there's lots of things I don't know. But okay, from Bunny, who I have been talking about all day, she showed a Cinderella line of MAC makeup, and in it she had this eyeliner called Little Black Bow. And as soon as I saw her video, I went and literally looked it up online because I thought it was so pretty, because it's like a gray glittery color, which is my color all day long. And I found it online, It apparently well, the Cinderella branded kind was all sold out, but they had done a re-release of Little Black Bow with the Cinderella brand. So it had been released prior to that, not with Cinderella boxing. So this is Little Black Bow, and it's MAC, but it is not the Cinderella version with the cute blue lid. The Cinderella version I could find if I'd used a different vendor, but it was extremely, or a different, like if I went to Etsy or Amazon, I think I found it, but it was extremely expensive. And already this little thing of eyeliner is like $17.50. So when I found it, just not Cinderella kind, I did not care that it wasn't Cinderella kind. It was still 20 bucks-ish, and my husband bought it for me for my birthday. Actually, I bought it for myself, and I told him he was buying it for me, so he had to use his card, but I found it, and he would have gotten it had but I just didn't want it to go away. I was so excited about it. So I've never had MAC. This is my first thing MAC. My daughter has had MAC with Dance. That's what they use exclusively, but I don't know, it's a little hoity-toity for me. I think it's beautiful, and I've just never used it. And like I said, if the product is good and it's more expensive, I will use it. If I can find a product that's cheaper and just as good, I will use the cheaper brand, because I'm really not all about brand names and spending money on myself just for the sake of spending money on myself. So this was a treat, and it was a birthday present, so I don't mind having it, and I do love it, and I think that I would probably repurchase it because I like it that much, and I have never found anything that works like it. I have used other eyeliners. I have even some Sephora eyeliners, and I had some Maybelline eyeliners, and I like the liquid eyeliners, but I can tell you that none of these seem to work the same way, and it's really hard for me to get a tight line, especially against my waterline. I don't like to put stuff on this part of my eye. It kind of creeps me out and makes my eyes water. And I still struggle with that with the MAC one, but at least it goes on so smooth I can usually get it pretty quickly. Whereas some of these, even the liquid ones, seems like I'm like tearing up, and it's black tears, and it's gross, and it kind of scares me because it's creepy looking. And so I don't know. I don't tend to use these on my waterline, but I will use the MAC one on my waterline. Even this one that's waterproof from Sephora, I don't like to use it on my waterline. It's not liquid, but it's like that easy pencil, and I don't mind it on the top of my lid, and I don't even mind it getting close at the bottom, but just moving my eyebrows or my eyelashes just like that kind of bugged me. So I'm going to show you, at least today, with the MAC. If I do another DIY, I might do a different one, but I'm going to use the MAC one for this. And for those of you who aren't familiar with MAC, I know that the lid goes on really, really nice, and people comment on that, which sounds kind of silly, kind of like my plum paper, my plum planner paper that is so smooth and it just feels so good, and you have to comment on it. It's kind of like that. It's one of those things that's just like, oh, it feels right. It just goes on so smoothly and nicely. And there's not a ton of product in here. You can kind of see the color that it is, and it is kind of that gray shimmery color. And so the little black bow kind of throws you off a little bit, but it really is kind of this shimmery color, and it's very, very pretty. And I use an eyeliner brush for that. If I can find which brush it is that I use. Oh, here it is. And I think it's called an eyeliner brush. I will try to find the name, but see how thin that is? And it's just stubby. And it is, this one says eyeliner brush. So, eyeliner brush, that's what it is. So I just take it and I get a little bit of the product on it like this. I don't know if you can see it. Product is on just one side at this time, which I don't know if that's right or not, so I kind of put it on both sides because I don't really know. I just know I don't want to waste this because this is expensive and it's just a little bit, so I try not to waste it too much. But I just take it, and when I have it on both sides, I just start at the front of my eye and I go back, and I try to get as close to my eyelashes as I can get, and I just kind of go back and forth a couple of times until I feel like I've gotten a pretty good coverage. I got some on my nose. So there's that. So my right eye has it on, my left eye does not. I don't even know if there's much of a difference. Yeah, you can tell a difference. It looks better with it. So then I'm gonna load it up again, And I will do the other eye. And I know that like the, I don't know what it's called, the winged look is really in right now, but I don't know how to do that, so it's just not happening. So then now I still have a little bit on both sides. I kind of brush it onto this so that I won't waste it, because I'm just, like I said, I'm very frugal with stuff. So I just kind of put it on here. It makes me feel like I'm not wasting it. And then I do just get a little bit more on just one side so that I can do my waterline. And this is where it's kind of creepy, but I just hold my eyelid out and I just go for it. And I'm crossing my fingers that I'm not going to tear up. Oh. And then what I usually do is I take it and I go like that, just right over the corner of my eye. And I don't know, I go about halfway. And then if you open your eye, you can sometimes see little nasties on your eyeball, which kind of grosses me out. I don't know how all these people do all of this, but okay, so that's that. So my right eye, the one that I'm trying to blink, has the eyeliner on, and the other eye only has it on the top. So now I will put it on the bottom one of this eye. So I load it up. I hold my eye out, make a funny face, think about something pleasant. And sometimes you get a lot on, which I don't know if you can see, but like right here, there's a lot on, and then in the middle there's not so much, and the end there's more. I'm starting to water up again, and I can't stand it when it does that, and I don't know why it does that, so I just kind of wait a minute for my eye to stop crying. Stop crying, it's okay. It's okay. It was like it was on cue. And so then there, I do it again, and it's better. And then I do the bottom part again. And this time I think I got it a little too far down. But I'm going to compare my eyes here in just a second. And look if this one will stop watering. I just wiped some off, so I was just putting some on. So that's the worst part for me, is just the bottom eyeliner. But I think that that looks all right. So I'm scraping the excess back into the Mac jar, closing the Mac jar, putting the Mac jar away, and now I'm taking my cute cotton ball and wiping off this thing. And I hate to see my wasted product, but it's all right. I need to get over it. And beauty has an expense, doesn't it? Yeah, Fuzz, you don't know. Okay, now I have another splurge. I have used tons and tons of different mascaras. I know that people say that one of the things, that if they were on a desert island, they would take their mascara. I have never been one of those women. I don't even use a mascara wand, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys are going to gasp right now, but I don't use it to curl my eyelashes. I think my eyelashes are fine. Normally not normally, but lots of times I will just leave my eyelashes naked, kind of like this. I don't think they're horrible. Usually when I do makeup, like as much as I have on today, I will definitely do my eyes. But if I just put on a little bit of makeup and go, I don't really care if I have mascara on or not. And that might have been true until I found this mascara by Too Faced, and it is called Better Than Sex. and it is the best mascara I have ever used. And this is in the color, I'm sure it's black if there is a color. Oh goodness, I don't even know if I can read it. I think it says made in Italy, so it doesn't really say a color, but I'm sure that if it comes in colors, I got the dark one, because I have dark hair. So this is what the wand looks like. And I just take it out of the wand and I apply it on my top lashes. I don't think you can make mascara, or you can put mascara on without making a funny face. I'm trying not to, but I can't help it. So I just kind of coat them pretty good. And then I do my bottom lashes. And for my bottom lashes, I don't do a ton. And I kind of find out for me that if I just move the brush back and forth against my lashes, it seems to work better. And then I just kind of, you know, like straighten them out. And I sometimes go underneath like this just to get them. And I have a really hard time if I see a clump. I don't like clumps at all. But here's the first coat, and I have a little bit of a mess underneath my eye, if you can see that. So I'm just going to take my cotton ball and get the mess. And I will do one more coat on the top lashes only. So I do that one, and then I do the bottom. Oh, that looks nice. That's good. That's good. Real good. Okay, so then I will. Oh yeah, I'm just making it better. That's one thing I don't like about some mascaras. Well, this one was totally my fault, but sometimes, like, by the end of the day, I don't know if it's your mascara or your under eyeliner, that you have like dark circles under your eyes at the end of the day due to your makeup, which I don't need any help with some dark circles because I can get those just fine on my own. So I don't like it when I get them. So there, I think I got at least most of it off, if not all of it. So that's what they look like so far. And then now I'm going to do another coat. Now I have heard, like, I know that some people like take their mascara and jam it in and do like that a few times to get it out. I've heard not to do that because it will put air into the jar and it will create the mascara to dry up faster. And I've also heard that it might cause some bacteria, which I don't really know which is true, or if either of them are true, or if both are true. But because of that, I just usually stick it straight in and then I pull it straight out and go for it. And I'm just doing that second coat on the top, and I can usually just turn the wand and get both eyelids, or both eyes with one coat of the, you know, one. I don't have to dip it in again. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but oh my gosh, what a difference that makes. And then I'm just putting this in there. I don't know if you can see what a difference that eyelash mascara makes. It's just crazy. I know that for me it's like, woo, that's it's nice. So this is my favorite mascara. Easy for me to say, and that's what I use. Now I'm going to use this only because I know that people use this, and it is eyebrow powder. I don't know about you guys, but I never have really used eyebrow powder, and if you see my eyebrows, I don't really know that I need to. Maybe you guys can comment and let me know how you guys use it, or whether you think I need it, because I really don't know. I don't know what you use it for. I'm just going to put it on because I told you I would use everything that I had, and because it's a tutorial. But this is not something I normally use, and this is by NYX. I bought it specifically after seeing YouTubers use it, and I thought, all right. And there's even somebody that said that they can't believe that people do their full makeup and then don't do anything with their eyebrows, and how dumb that looks. So that's what kind of made me go, oh no, I'm doing it wrong. So I thought I'd get some, but I don't foresee me using this a lot. I don't even know what you're supposed to do with all of it. So it has this little brush that's very stiff, and then it also has this little like looks like an eyebrow or eye mascara wand. So I don't even know if I'm doing this right, so please pardon me if it's not. And it has two different colors of brown, and it has that little waxy creamy stuff, and I know that that's supposed to hold your lashes down. So what I do is I take, like, I don't really even have a routine yet, I've only used it twice, but I'm gonna take this darker brown color and I'm just putting some on this hard little thing, and then I'm brushing it on my eyebrows, and I start out with the darker one, and then now I'm taking the lighter one and I'm putting that on the tail end, and I got some on my eyebrow there, on my lid, and then I just kind of blend it in together. I don't know, and I don't even know if you can tell that there's a difference, so you can let me know if you think that there's a difference. On this side that I'm trying to lift, it has a little bit on it, and my other eyebrow does not. So I don't know, to me it doesn't really look much different. So I'll do it to my other eyebrow just so I won't look cockeyed. Brush, 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 and then take the lighter one and brush, brush, brush. I did the same thing with this side of this with the other side, and got some on my lid. And then what I do is I take this wand and I put it in the greasy part, and I just brush my eyebrow with it. I think that that's supposed to make it stay in place so that you don't have them going all wonky. Which sometimes I do notice that my eyebrows will sometimes end up, you know, pointing up or down or something. So maybe this is what that's for. I don't really know. I know it does kind of feel kind of neat brushing them, but it's not a big deal. So there you go. My eyebrows are just now beautimous, aren't they? You just couldn't believe I didn't have them done before. I know. But now I'm complete. Don't you worry. Okay. So I think that that is my whole face. This is me. So I hope that you like this video. I hope that you might have learned something. I hope that I didn't screw up too much. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know down below anything that you'd like to see that I didn't show, or any colors that you'd like for me to try that I haven't tried, or any brands that you like maybe that you think are better than the brands that I have that maybe I should try, and I'll see what I can do. I really appreciate everybody watching, and thank you again, Heather, for such a great suggestion. I hope that this taught you what you needed to see, and if not, please let me know. Until next time, have a great day.